Well, I think just about ready. I gotta guess you're the Kellys.
Yes, sir.
I can tell. You were St. Michelle.
I am the St. Michelle. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I went to school with
My mom or my dad?
Ginny.
Oh,
and
Ginny.
Peggy's a year older than me.
Oh, yeah.
West Virginia, Jane.
But,
Yep, I can tell.
you're saying I look like them?
Yes, and that's not a bad thing.
Okay.
All right, I'd like to call to order. We have a really good quorum here. Pledge of allegiance.
Are we running, Shannon?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sorry, this is July 6th meeting of the planning board. Any amendments to the agenda? Anything, nothing come up?
I don't have anything.
Why don't we take the minutes last?
Sure. We have no continuing business. Right on to new business. Mark and Helena Kelly. The conditional use application. Walk on it.
I was hoping I didn't have to get up here.
That's all right. You paid the money, you might as well get the mug shot. I think that Mark has 2 questions for you guys before you get started.
No, not you, Mark. I think another
No.
Mark. Oh, our Mark.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mark. So a couple things. I just wanted to thank everyone for being here tonight too. I know it's tough being here after working all day. So thank you. Second, during the sending letters to the abutting property owners, I had 3 of the abutters were fine. They signed it. I had one abutter that really didn't feel comfortable signing it. And Paul had mentioned something of needing to do a certified letter, if that was the case. And I gave it to her. I said, if you don't want to sign it now, you can review it and, just drop it in my mailbox before the planning board meeting. Well, they didn't send it back, and I went over there today before the meeting, and there was nobody there. So, again, and I have copies for everybody of this, but basically, if you want to pass those down, I think there's 9 of them there for everybody.
That he did his due diligence.
Well, let's see what the ordinance requires. And is that something that we can waive?
And the other issue I just wanted to mention is that we did pull a building permit for the garage. There was initial garage apartment permit pulled back, what do you say, about 6 years ago?
Yeah, probably at
But
least.
basically, it never went through into a construction phase because of her divorce with her ex-husband, so that kind of got put on the back burner. I just wanted to let the board know that there was a permit pulled for the project back, like I said, 6 years ago.
And did it come before the planning board then to get approval
Yeah.
for conditional use for an accessory apartment in 2011? Longer than
Yeah,
that?
no, it was, I think
2011.
it was 2011.
Early
yeah.
2011.
Wow.
So was a conditional use permitted then?
It was permitted, but the development for the permitted use was never done, so I believe that the ordinance has a expiration clause in there that does not, you got 3 years. If you're not able to make it work, it voids the permit.
So that's the permits referenced in the second page of the application. Are there
Yes,
internal
correct.
complete permits?
Well, they have current permits for the structure now. They're building the garage
The
now,
garage now.
which I told them that if they didn't get the conditional use, they'd just have a big family room up over
Right.
the house. So they decided to go ahead and move forward with the garage portion of the project before approval.
Well, what do you think?
So the ordinance provides the applicant must either mail a notice of intent to file the application to all abutters, or hand deliver and receive a signature from the abutter on such notice of intent. It's to be mailed, which will be mailed certified return receipt request. So, first question I have is, can we waive that? And if we can, do we want to waive that?
It's the whole signature thing. I think some people are just hesitant about signing something, even when it states clear and, clear and presently that it's just, you're receiving the letter. She still didn't feel comfortable, with me even being on her property.
Yeah.
Never mind signing a letter and giving it back to me, so.
So we can, planning board may waive any of the submission requirements upon a written request of the applicant.
Yep.
A waiver may be granted only if that information is not required to determine compliance with the approval criteria. In all instances, the burden of proof should be upon the applicant to present adequate information. So, if you wanted to handwrite us a note asking us to waive that requirement, like right now, we could consider that.
Do you have blank paper?
Good, thanks.
Grab one from me too. I'm in the same boat.
I should probably disclose it is my son that is,
I think I
It's,
put that together when you pulled in.
yeah, yeah, and I don't have any, if anybody has a problem with me voting on this, you should say so. It's, all he's doing is providing the material for the job, and it's my son, not me.
Do you feel like you have a conflict?
No, I don't personally, no. I'm just saying, it does. I don't have a problem.
And that wasn't a plan, he just stopped in
Yeah, I know.
when he was driving by.
Yeah.
Smart.
Her name?
No, the lot number on the map. I think it was lot 30.
Yeah, 10, lot 30.
30, right?
Actually, I wonder if we can waive that. 'Cause that's a different section. So if you look, it's under the requirement for the abutter notification is under review procedures, which it looks like Paul handles. And then application submission requirements is what we handle and can waive.
Isn't it under the application submission requirements?
It's under, no, it's not, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for a place
It's
where we
actually
could
under
waive it.
4B on the
it?
submission requirements.
Okay. All right, that works for me.
You know, sign, just sign what, or sign down there, whatever.
Sorry if I grabbed you. This is a giant computer.
I'm gonna boot my computer up tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be lost for a month.
Okay, so should we go through the,
Application completeness,
yeah.
completeness.
I'm gonna be putting that stuff on this document here.
Document stuffage.
What's that?
Document stuffage. I will be putting the stuff on the document.
So, Mr. Kelly, I would just ask that you add that you did hand deliver it.
Okay, yeah.
Just so that
No,
we
no
have a
problem.
record that she has it, even if she didn't want to sign it.
Mike, would you, walk down through the completeness checklist and?
Do I have a checklist?
I think it's this.
Yep.
I have that?
Maybe didn't I give
Oh,
you a
we,
set?
no.
Keep changing things on us.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
All setting us up. He's putting
know-
right on the tee for us.
Boy, this is unheard of.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for this
Really,
level.
sorry.
So this is the conditional use. The planning board may waive any of the submission requirements upon written request of the applicant. A waiver of any submission requirement may be granted only if the information is not required to determine compliance with the approval criteria. In all instances, the burden of proof should be upon the applicant to present an adequate information to indicate that statutory criteria for approval and performance standards have been or will be met. Every applicant applying for conditional use approval shall submit to the attention of the planning board at the town office 9 copies of the completed application, including a plan of the approved development, which shall be prepared in accordance with the article, accompanied by the application fees as may be set by the town. When the owner of the property or the authorized agent makes formal application for conditional use approval, his application shall contain at least the following exhibits and information. Noted that it was received by the code officer and the initials. We have that. Fully executed and signed copy of the application for conditional use approval. We have that?
We should, it just needs Paul's signature, I believe.
Where did the initial permit go?
Should be like one of the first pages in the packet, conditional use permit application.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's what I have, but I'm not sure where that one came from, but is this your old
It's for the
one?
neighbor.
This is signed.
Yeah, this isn't our current one, but
This is the one I got from you, this conditional
you
use.
didn't get this from me.
I retyped it like you told me to on a separate sheet.
Okay, now it's making sense. All right,
I basically copied it with a Word document on my laptop.
okay. So that's why it looks different.
Yeah, but it's the same word, literally word for word, capital for capital, lowercase
Right.
for lowercase.
Okay, so I think he needs that.
So we're good.
Yeah, I got a copy if you need it, Paul. Do you want?
I've got that copy. I was just looking for my application. I didn't
okay.
see
I
that part,
gotcha.
so.
Okay. Number 4, site plan with date, scale, and North Point drawn at the scale sufficient to allow review of the items listed under the approval criteria, but not of more than 100 feet to inch scale for the portion of the total tract of land being proposed for development. When practical, a standard size sheet, 24 by 36 inches, shall be used for all plans. The planned application shall show and contain the following. So we have a site plan.
Come calling this the site plan?
We have a boundary survey.
There's,
Towards the
And we
back.
have,
yeah, there is a site plan towards the back that's hand-drawn. It's really the only hand-drawn document we had, and I have another copy for the board. I had a problem getting this to reduce to the size I needed it to, so if anybody wants to take a look at the full size, it's done on a piece of graph paper. I can pass that around too. It's a
So
little-
this is the site plan, it's like the next to the last page in the book, the unit.
Apologize, I probably should have put a table of contents on the packet.
So, the site plan does not have a lot of stuff that it needs.
There's some measurements.
Maybe driveway dimensions and,
Plan and application.
Setbacks. You know what your setbacks to the house are?
that's what I was,
Your sidelines and your front line,
as far as, you need distance to the pin as far as the property lines.
measurement to the right of way.
But
Didn't
there's a
they do it-
survey,
there's a
land
survey.
survey that's attached to this that I thought I included. Just take a peek,
From
toward,
that,
after,
the pins?
after the quote, I believe. It
It gives
has,
the dimensions of the property and the approximate location of the house, but it doesn't give any distances from the house to the property.
so you need distances from the new like basically the new structure to the,
boundaries.
okay.
Would it be helpful to walk through all that we require and then check off what we have and what we don't
Yeah,
have?
that's fine.
Owner's name and address, and the name of the engineer or surveyor, or both preparing the plan.
We should just have that added to the plan.
Okay.
And I'll move that we waive the requirement for a surveyor or engineer.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Second.
So we're waiving,
Just the requirement for a
Requirement for
surveyor or
surveyor.
engineer,
Yeah.
but they're gonna have to label the plan with
okay,
their,
so 4A is waived.
part of 4A is
Part of
waived.
4.
Could you repeat what you said?
I'll write that on the sheet.
So they need to
Move
put,
to,
I move to waive the requirement of an engineer or surveyor
And I second it.
to prepare the site plan.
So I just have to go from the corner to the pins.
Yeah, exactly.
We can do that.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
We have what we call.
I'm just making notes for you.
So I just need to add your name and address to the plan. Names and addresses of all abutting property owners.
Sketch map showing the general location of the site within the town is required.
There's a
that's
that piece of the property
We've
tax
got
map
that.
on that.
Yep, so that.
Do you have any contiguous property?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any other property
In Durham.
around?
No.
So
that's-
contiguous is touching the property that you
Okay.
own.
That's not applicable.
Okay. Zoning classification of property or location of zoning district boundaries if the property is located in one or more zoning districts? I don't think it is.
We have that. I'm guessing this is rural residential?
Yeah.
It's on there, it's on part of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
The bearing and distances of all property lines of the property to be developed, the source of this information. The board may require a formal boundary survey when sufficient information is not available.
So we've got the survey, right?
There's more than a survey.
Did we skip a few? Did we skip
I
B?
don't know, did we?
E,
Well, I think we,
you hit E?
We didn't really address the butters on B. Did we call C, did we
Oh,
call
you-
okay.
C complete? Did we call D complete? That's,
So C was complete. D is not applicable. E is complete,
Up to B.
right?
We're all
Yep.
set with B.
B, yeah.
Abutting property owners.
Yeah, I think we're all set with that. with the waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the areas and distances of all property lines, we have?
So what do we have for that?
Here, the survey works,
Are we talking the
This one
mortgage
here?
loan inspection?
yeah. It's
Okay.
got the measures.
It doesn't really have the bearings.
Well,
But if you use that in conjunction with the tax map, maybe, I mean, would that kind of give you an idea? If you
Yeah.
look at,
Tax map's not meant to be utilized in those ways.
oh, okay.
It's not reliable.
All property boundaries or zoning classifications. I would be willing to waive that.
There is a north arrow on the property line, on the
Mhm.
property
Oh, there you go.
portion.
Alright, so I think that's
It's got
met.
some bearings and some distance.
So we're calling F complete.
Well, I am, I don't know about everybody else.
I'm okay with it.
Is that a motion?
Sure.
Okay.
So building setbacks we need,
So that's incomplete.
yeah.
Location, dimensions, ground floor elevations of all existing proposed buildings on the site.
So there's some sketches, right?
Sketches.
So I think that's complete.
Looks complete to me.
Mhm.
Location, dimensions of driveways, parking, loading areas, and walkways existing and proposed.
Yep.
That's basically on the site plan.
Yeah. Location of intersecting roads and driveways within 450 feet of the site.
That we do not have.
I don't think, it's not 450, right?
Are there no driveways within 450 feet of your house?
No, not besides ours, I mean,
I don't think so.
no, because I'm at least 150 yards from one neighbor, 100 and a quarter from another, I mean, no.
150 yards is 300 feet.
No, 150
I'm-
yards
that's
is 4 and
450
change,
feet. I'm
yeah.
sorry, you're right.
So what's that little road going to that back lot?
That's it's not, we gave one of our family members right away to build a road there.
It's a family,
Is it a driveway?
no.
It's a private
It's-
road.
Yeah, you guys must have,
Is it just a right of way?
yeah, it's
That's
just a
never
right
been
of way.
developed?
Exactly.
Right.
So that's all it is just a.
Okay,
it's a
hasn't been built.
Deeded right of way that's not
Yeah.
undeveloped.
Okay. So there's nothing within 450 feet of your property?
Unless you count that road, no, there isn't.
Yeah, but if that's not built.
Yeah, no, so no.
So there's nobody on lot 29, is that correct?
Which one's 29?
The other side of the right of way?
No, it's a rental
Oh,
property over
Oh,
there.
is that Betty's?
29 is Betty, Gina owns that, Gina
Gina
Keith,
owns it
and she's signed that. That's actually one of her, a rental property for her. She rents out a house there to a tenant.
So is the driveway on that one 400, so not from your driveway, from your property
Oh,
line?
it's further than that, it's
Oh,
probably.
from the property
Oh,
line,
from the
though it
property
might
to their
be.
driveway?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be. Because we have like so much road frontage and that's.
No, I'd say it's at least 150 yards up that, from our property line to their
You
driveway.
think so?
I mean, I can
Would
get
have
the-
to measure.
we can get the wheel out and verify.
Yeah,
it for
why don't you
guys.
check that when you come back?
Yeah, because it's a 2-acre lot, and my suspicions are it's probably only got 300 feet of frontage, but
I think I had to give
We had to
more
extend the
because
frontage,
of the,
though.
road. To
Because
give them
to
the
get-
right of way.
to get the right of way.
yeah,
we
the
needed
50
more.
feet for the right of way, and
Yeah.
300, yeah, it'd be good to just be sure.
It's
And
probably
also
close.
across the street as well,
Okay.
on the other side of Stackpole, so just
Yeah.
run out with the wheel and
Okay.
make some notes.
Okay. Are we gonna have to pay again?
No.
No, we'll just, we'll table it.
I'm sorry. I'm like you guys are okay.
So verified to Neil's driveway and to Gina's, is that what they're saying?
The berries, and I guess
Neil.
then it would also
And
be
anyone
the
across the
Toomeys, the
street.
ones that did not.
Yeah, essentially just take your corner lot and head up the road.
Alright.
And when it says 450 on the wheel, if you've intersected anybody, write it down and then go to the other corner of the lot, go down the hill, and do the same thing.
And you just have to show us where it is on a little sketch map.
Okay.
So on your little
Sketch
sketch map,
it.
you'll have to include.
You just add it to your existing.
10-4.
Getting back to your abutting property owners, Who's across the street?
Is it Neil Barry?
The Berries is one side.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
over, it's across the
what's that
street.
other lady's
Huber,
name? Megan. Yeah.
Maggie?
Are they
They sounded
technically,
way back,
are
but
they
I don't
technically
know.
abutters though? They are, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if the road, I thought it was just direct property abutters, so the road actually,
Anything, the road does
The other
not,
side of the-
does not intersect in that way.
So
So
we need-
anybody across the street,
and Megan.
So you'll need to
So
notify
back to
them.
Yes.
4B, right?
Yes.
That's odd that it does that because.
So
we
4B
don't
is
own the road.
incomplete.
Yeah.
No.
Right, I mean.
I know,
would
but you
think-
do impact
Oh.
them like in a butter. They're directly across the road from you, so.
But
Or the
they,
cows.
but, I mean, the Barrys are like down 100 yards and across the road, but I see what you're saying, I mean. And Megan's 150 yards up the road, but her property is,
Her
yeah,
property is
yeah,
across the
it's
street.
across the
Theirs
street.
is across the street.
Yeah. We can go to them.
That's fine, they're nice people, they're not gonna, both of those guys, Neil
Or
and
the
Megan, are
cows.
sweet. The cows, we could impact the cows.
And then, let's see, it's the plumbing code, except for dwelling units not using common subsurface disposal system, the location and dimensions of all provisions for water supply, wastewater disposal, including a soil test.
So Bonnie Cobb's got an HHE 200 in here.
Yeah. That's how that looks like for you.
Yeah.
We're good. Yes. Location of open drainage courses, wetlands, stands of trees, other natural features, with descriptions of each feature to be retained, native landscaping plan, any buffer areas required by this ordinance will also be shown on the plan. The wetlands.
So I think that's something, oh, we've got a little key here.
Oh, that's my drawing.
What's that?
She's like, oh, we got a little key.
At the bottom.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You did it, which is better than most.
Yeah.
So the drainage flows which way?
Down the hill.
Downhill.
Which way is downhill?
All right, so
I'm trying to orient myself to Stackpole.
Sorry.
can I help here a little bit?
Yes.
So, the house is sort of at kind of the top of a rise, so, if you're looking at this plan, this is Stackpole Road.
What if I'm looking at this plan?
Oh, all right.
That makes my life easier.
All
It
right,
goes
so if
that
you're
way?
looking at that plan, then about the center of the house going parallel to Stackpole is the high spot. The water will drain to the right of the house as you look at it from the road and away towards the back, as well as from the driveway section, it actually comes towards Stackpole a little bit. So there's a slight rise coming up the driveway. It falls away to the right, and it falls away to the back.
Okay. Maybe we can just add some arrows on your plan.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You can,
Yeah.
if you don't wanna do that.
Yeah, we'll let you guys do that.
Burden lies on you.
Oh, okay.
What,
alright.
did you not have drainage on there? No?
I did, but I thought they meant drainage within the, like,
Oh, right.
building,
Oh, okay.
and that's what I put.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So that'll be incomplete for now.
Show
Well, I could draw the arrows right now.
Well, you're gonna have to come back anyway, but you're welcome to.
yeah. Again, the direction of any drainage across the site, so.
Okay.
That's it. Location, dimension of existing proposed signs.
It's
That's
not
probably
applicable.
Locations and dimensions of any existing easements or copies of existing covenants or added restrictions.
Do you have any easements or restrictions?
You've got a right-of-way going across your land?
Oh, yeah.
Is it across our land?
No, like, isn't it in the thing they wrote up from the bank? Just
So who owns the right-of-way?
Is that the thing from the bank, Mark?
That's the
Mortgage?
title.
That's this one?
Yeah, I thought that,
Is it showed on?
does it not say? We had, what's the guy's name that,
Did you just
Skelter?
Skelton?
Yeah, like when we
Skelton Tanner?
refinanced the house, they
Oh, Bill
hired,
Skelton.
they hired, somebody
Yeah, probably under Scoggin title.
Yeah,
The way the
it is.
map has it, it's not, it doesn't look like it's on.
So
the
did
property.
you
Doesn't show
deed
up.
that easement to someone?
Exactly.
Right.
Was it an easement or did you like give them the land?
Deeded it over,
No.
didn't you?
In order, I was deeded the land initially, and that was part of my land, but in order for them to, build back their family,
Yep.
I had to deed them that, but I had to get the rest of the road frontage to make it, so she deeded me more.
But she's,
So I deeded her the right of way, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, as an easement or, so like
you
you're.
gave her the land, basically.
It,
for the road.
Right,
so like
they
the
moved
road
over
runs
our-
like this,
The
right?
road runs off of our, it's not on our property, that's what
Okay.
I'm trying, that's what she's trying
Right.
to explain.
So
is that
your
she-
property
Our
ends
line's
here,
there.
and then there's the road that runs
Yes.
back.
Exactly.
Right.
So you don't own the road?
No, I'm guessing
Okay.
that we have an, right of way to it, is what the ruling is, I don't know, maybe we don't.
Yeah, well,
Do you have the deed? Your deed in here?
is your deed?
No, I
No.
didn't see a copy of the
That-
deed.
Did it, I didn't notice the paperwork asked for a copy of the deed,
Yeah,
did it?
why don't we require that? We should.
Maybe we could get it, it's not,
Thought we could.
I thought we did too, but.
Probably supposed to, usually it's title right and.
Yeah, right title
Yeah.
and interest.
Right.
I'd be surprised if it was, it's not up here.
It's not on this document at least.
No.
Funny things happen, but.
If you could give us some clarification,
hmm?
the deed or something that tells us about the right of way?
Oh, sure, where do we get that, here, right?
Or at the Hall of Records, either one. There should be a copy of it here. If you get the deed will determine whether or not you own the right-of-way and have deeded rights to someone else to use it, or if
Okay.
you actually transferred the land to somebody else.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that would be the person's deed. That would describe what you gave them.
I think when we just refinanced, we must have got a new deed, right?
That would be
No.
weird.
Well, how are we
Oh,
gonna
that's
gain,
not
how are
what
we
they
gonna
did?
gain access to another person's deed, though? Is
So
that-
that's all filed in the registry.
So we can
deeds.
pull, but we could pull it, it's public information, that's all I'm
Yep.
asking.
So, look, if it's an easement, it'll be on their deed. If there's no easement, there's no easement, right?
Right.
If they gave an easement.
It would be
So
on
if
their
I
deed.
take a piece of property and I decide to give my, an easement across it,
Correct.
I may not amend my deed.
Oh, is that correct? I was
I would just
assumed it
deed him an
automatic.
easement.
I always meant.
And then if I sold my property to you, I would have that in the deed description. But if I'm not selling it, I'm just giving him an easement, I might not, I probably won't, in fact, amend my deed.
All right, because I always assumed that it automatically had to be refiled, given the rights to whoever it was that you sold the easement to.
You know, in an ideal world, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that ever happened.
Okay.
So we can get it here.
Yeah, you can get
But
it, it's.
Not my aunt's, we have
We
to
need
get that
Gina's.
as, or Gina's now, right?
Well, it might have been done under Betty, I don't, that's the
You
thing.
may have
it's
to go
all-
to the, you may have to go to the Registry of Deeds in Auburn and just, when you look your deed up, there'll be a number that tells you
It's not
the
online,
references of
It
the
is
previous
online.
deed, and you can go back and
Yeah.
look through a couple to see where that happened and exactly what happened, so that we'll
You
know
can
what's up.
do it online.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can?
it's all online.
Okay, sweet.
You can do it online, it's just a little cumbersome to work with too, if you don't wanna go. I prefer to go, but.
Gotcha.
Go up in the old.
So we should probably pull our deed and then the deed of our abutters there.
That's a long list, Mark.
What? Not all, it is what it is.
I know.
It's nothing for me, trust me. Alright,
Okay.
next.
The location, type of exterior lighting, I don't believe there's any.
No, there'll be basically some porch lights, that's about it.
Yeah.
You gonna have a light down in the entrance to the garage?
Probably just like a porch light, like a 60-watt porch light, or maybe a floodlight. I mean, we haven't really gotten that far yet.
If you guys will just draw it
Yeah.
Draw
on the
lights on there.
elevation, yeah, that'd be great.
Exterior.
So another thing I meant to draw, you write
Lights.
that.
Surprised that,
Oh, she
Yeah.
didn't put that in there.
I got it. No, I figured she would, but that's okay. Our architect.
The quantity, location, storage, and containment of any hazardous materials.
There won't be any.
Not in the new
Hazardous
dwelling. We
materials?
have our oil tank in our old building, but the new one's not
Nothing's
gonna.
changing.
So that's not applicable.
Utility plan showing in addition for provision of water supply or wastewater disposal and the location, nature of electrical, telephone, or any utility services to be installed on the site.
You're just using the existing,
Mhm.
so it's not applicable?
Okay. A planning schedule, including a site plan?
No,
Oh,
they've submitted a wastewater disposal plan, so,
saw that.
Is that the old
They're-
one?
no, that's a new one.
Oh, from Bonnie?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that was a.
Yeah,
So
soil
that
test.
would mean that they're in compliance on R and not an NA, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a new one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Planting schedule, no new planting, DNA. Copies of applicable state approvals and permits, including not limited to any state highway entrance permits provided, however, that the board may approve. Conditional uses subject to the issuance of specific state approvals and permits where it's determined that it's not feasible for the applicant to obtain them at the time of conditional use review.
Not applicable, right?
A schedule of construction, including the anticipated beginning and completion dates, did I see that?
Do we have that?
You gave us that, right?
Yeah, it should be on the application checklist.
Yeah.
I did in red.
Right there.
What am I missing?
It's the second to
Right
last
up.
page.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Let's see. Accurate or complete cost estimates for development, time schedule for construction, sufficient financial information to determine applicant's financial capacity to meet air and water pollution control standards, and other standards and criteria contained herein, such as a letter of commitment from a financial institution or funding agency for specific amount of funds or amounts necessary to finance the development in conformance with herewith and their use, or the most, don't worry about a corporate financial report, copies of bank statements or other evidence indicating availability of unencumbered funds sufficient to finance the development in conformance herewith with the developer.
I think we've got that.
I think we got all that. After reading all that. A detailed description of proposed conditional use, how it will operate, any facts the applicant wishes to bring to the attention of the planning board, including information of financial capacity, neighboring water supply, design of the project, and other information needed to demonstrate compliance with the approval criteria and standards set forth below. The description will indicate how the proposed use will meet each of the applicable performance standards of this land use ordinance. In addition, the applicant material required, the planning board may require the applicant and others to undertake studies where deemed necessary or desirable to protect the public convenience, safety, health, and welfare when considering the application.
I think that's
I
complete.
think we're complete.
And the last page is inapplicable. Just part of the print document, sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So with that, I'm gonna move to table this till
Second.
next month.
Second.
All those in favor?
So you got a little,
You can, but then we'll have to deny your application, and you don't want that to happen.
Have to go see
I'm
it.
just thinking about all this work.
Most of it's just
Yeah,
drawing.
I know.
we did all the hard work.
Yeah,
This
you're
will
close.
take like
You're
an
close.
hour.
Yeah,
tops.
yeah, you're
So it
close.
should be,
Yeah.
and then that way you don't have to pay a new application fee, because we've tabled
That's
it.
okay.
Yeah, and we're not scheduled to start till like the second week of August.
That's
so
when Dad's available.
We'll be fine because what's the first week in August, right? First Wednesday in August for a planning meeting.
My dad's not always available, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. So we're in good shape.
your dad's not always available for what?
For us.
Too busy with
Maybe
work
for
across the street.
others.
To work on a
his
house,
business,
right?
yeah.
Exactly, he might be available for others,
Just
but
start a fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's a
I
good
might
idea.
get in trouble. Probably wouldn't look good if the
No,
fire
right.
chief's daughter
may
started
not.
on fire.
See you next month, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
I want the next bit.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
you have a copy of this for yourself? I haven't messed up your order.
It's all right.
All right, I have to hand
So,
out more
Is
information.
Julia
sheets.
all set to go and fill in if I wanted to step back on an application?
I think so. Right? She's been sworn in or whatever
Yeah, she can
happened.
Okay.
vote and, right, as an alternate.
Yeah, I think so.
So you're
Saying
recusing
you
yourself?
need to
Recuse
recuse
yourself on
yourself?
Okay.
Okay.
Wow,
John and I are
this
very
is-
good
this-
friends.
Yeah, I
Going
was gonna say,
around?
Heather's children are the same age as my children. Most of the children she provides care are.
Yes.
Oh, so kind
So-
of like a conflict
Yeah.
a little bit,
So
okay,
I'll
yeah.
recuse
So
on
I
this
think
one.
the procedure is asking the chairman if it's okay if the alternate steps in during this,
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
So are you
Chairman,
appointing
is
the
that-
alternate for
Yes.
purposes of this application?
Okay.
So it's the same thing that you had before, dear.
I don't know if I need it.
Put this right here. Anyone need this?
Anybody need new ones?
New approval criteria?
Approval criteria.
Oh, but once
You don't
for
have
twice?
completeness.
You don't have your what now?
Completeness.
Oh,
Do
application.
do you want mine?
Approval criteria is the
I
application.
don't, yeah, I don't desperately need it.
Oh,
Oh, you got plenty, if anybody needs one.
Todd, there you go.
Anybody else need one?
This one, you want this one? You got one.
Thanks.
No, this is not an accessory apartment, that's correct.
Is it this one?
Yeah, all the tabs, that's me.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Sorry that they're painting tape. Can't remember what I was doing
yeah.
that day.
Yeah, that's what this is.
No, I wasn't actually, but I had like no time to to go to the store and buy tabs. I actually did try to go to the store and buy tabs, but the 2 stores that I went to didn't have them, and I was like, you know what, I'm running out of time.
Hey,
So-
this works.
It works.
Okay. You want to go over what you're planning to do?
No, it's the
Same
same
one,
one.
okay.
Okay, so I'm Heather Roy, and I live at 777 Hollowell Road, down the road, and I am applying for a change of use for the Durham, what was formerly the Durham Oil office space on Newellbrook Road. The space itself and the proposed outside area has passed all of these requirements that the state has to be able to open a small childcare facility, and pending approval here. So that's what I'm looking to do.
It's gonna take a small portion of the existing building, just a
That's-
small section on one end, so that it will now be a mixed-use building, because Durham Oil's gonna continue to use the rest of the structure for their firewood business.
Okay, yeah, that was gonna be my question. Okay.
So the way that it works right now is that, the way that it's intended is that Dan, the owners of the building, Dan and Mickey, will do the wood business on the weekends when children aren't present. And at no point, because I know, right, that seems like, I don't know if you guys have gone by, but they have like piles of logs. And so if you're looking at the building right now, there's piles of logs everywhere. But beginning in September, all of the wood business will happen to the left of the building, and the daycare is to the right. And when you drive into the driveway, the way that I have it fenced in is that the kids come in through the gate in the fence, and then the front door and the back door are everywhere that the children will be, they're completely fenced in. So while they're obviously never out of my sight anyway, they will be enclosed and away from all of the piles of logs. There won't be any cutting or anything like that that's happening while kids are there. But the piles, even as a parent, that throws caution. So with that being said, it is completely fenced in.
So do you have a lease for the space?
We have yes, no. I mean, we have an agreement that hasn't been like formally written in like a legal document. But we definitely have Dan's been present for all of the inspections, and, I mean, I can pull up my email if you want to read that to show like what we've worked out together in terms of paying rent and sharing the heat costs and that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, so the issue I'm getting at is that you have to have right title or interest in order to apply. And I don't know that we have that right now. So like Dan could apply, or you could have permission from Dan to apply on your behalf. But I don't know that we have that. And so usually we have a lease or a memorandum of understanding or something like that to show us that you're not just applying for something on someone else's property. Not that I think you are, but
Right.
we have to have that documentation.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Dan and Mickey would be here.
Yeah, I asked if they could come tonight, but they're not in town. They're away on vacation. So,
That's what was a little confusing about the application. You know, again, it looks like you had HHS licensing in, and you walked them through your plan.
yep.
And it looks like they've bought off on it, which is
Yep.
good.
The Department of Health and
Yeah.
Human Services has said that it meets all of the
Yeah.
requirements, pending town approval. And also the fire marshal has come down and done an inspection,
Yeah.
and Dan was present for both of
And you'll be
those.
running a sixth child or less, or
The space is approved for 12.
12? Okay.
And it's only going to be before and after care. I don't know
Yep.
if that matters to anyone, but
Yeah.
that's the plan, is for a before and after care.
Yeah.
Do you want to submit a lease in regards for a condition of approval, or?
Yeah, I think maybe we can handle it that way.
Okay.
So are we amending the old permit? What are we doing here? Because there is an existing, it looks like there's an existing conditional use permit to operate the oil business.
Right.
What do they have for the firewood business?
Pardon?
Is there something for the firewood business?
My understanding is that their permit is for a heating business, and so because the firewood is the heating business, that doesn't change the use, basically.
Dan asked me if he had to come before the board to do the firewood business, and I said, as far as I were concerned, it's the same business, because he's providing heating fuel. Whether it's solid fuel or liquid fuel or gaseous fuel, it's pretty much the same thing, and I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't consider it a change of use, so I told him he didn't have to come before the board.
I think that makes sense.
I'd be pissed if I were a property owner on a butter. Processing that firewood's a lot louder than fire truck or oil truck.
Go for it.
That's not my problem right now. My question is, are we doing a new conditional use or are we amending the old conditional use?
And that was what I
Doesn't
wasn't
matter.
sure about, is if we needed to amend Dan's conditional use to be a mixed-use application, as well as Heather for the use of the structure itself.
Well, I mean, it's for the property, so it's not necessarily for the person.
Some of what we did for Durham Oil was applicable, but, you know.
Well, it's such a radically
It's
different
now
use. Yeah, it's
mixed
different
use.
use. I mean, it's,
Mixed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like a new, yeah.
But then we have to go back and consider his heating business. I don't think we want to do that.
You're saying if we go
If
new.
it's brand new,
We have to go way back and look at the wood business too?
I don't know.
I mean, if that's the current, one of the current uses, and we're looking
Yeah.
at it as a mixed use permit, then we have to look at both
Yeah.
aspects, right?
See, that would just look at that, whatever the building.
John, I really wish you had not
Good question.
recused yourself from this one.
Sorry. Thanks, John.
I was gonna say, I completely trust in John's ability to be objective also, but.
Ability to be fair. I don't know that it matters. So if we just consider the changes to the property for the daycare
You
facility.
really can't ask him to reapply.
Yeah, no.
No, because we've already
We've already approved it,
Yeah.
how can we
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on whether we've approved the current business, but that's not our question right now.
Well, I mean, this is gonna come up in the future, and I guess it'd be really good to try to figure out how to feel clearly focused on what's gonna happen. Because if someone decides to come in and put a small, multi-use commercial structure in there, the board's gonna have to, and the ordinances are gonna have to figure out, you know, what part does the owner of the property have in relation to conditional use, and what part does the renter, leaser, occupant, you know, multiple occupant have in the same regard. It's like,
Well, I don't think that matters, because we're not granting the conditional use application for Heather. Like, she couldn't take it and move it to another property.
correct.
We're granting it for the property, so she has to have permission of the owner, but ultimately it's for the property.
So this
And that
becomes an
conditional
amendment to
use-
his conditional use, essentially?
Or a second conditional use permit for the same property. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I think it does.
I mean, because if he sold the property, if he sold it to Heather, she would keep both approvals if we
Right.
approve it. Or if he sold it to you, you would keep both approvals. So it runs with the property. It doesn't necessarily matter who applies as long as they have the ability to act on behalf of the owner, basically.
Yeah, typically in most commercial circumstances, the developer gets the use taken care of the structure, and then the commercial building permit portion takes care of satisfying the individual tenant's requirements.
Yeah.
You know, but we're not quite there yet.
All right.
So she's essentially amending Dan Tebow's conditional use permit to allow for the addition of her daycare.
I really wish Dan was here.
Yeah. That works for me.
So short of just needing, does she need Dan's permission? I mean, why would Dan need to be here if he's given her permission to do this on his behalf?
We need
Some-
some
Yeah,
evidence,
some-
written
Something
evidence
written.
that,
So that would come under the right title and interest, right?
exactly.
Okay, so if that's a condition, then we can
So, yeah.
satisfy that part through that as a condition of approval.
Yeah.
And we'll try to help Heather understand what the wording of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually a lease.
Yeah, that's fine,
Is what
because
it's
we intend on
probably gonna
having
be.
one. It's,
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
So,
Some sort of.
The
We'll
thing
make it
is
conditional
that,
on
and the reason why there's been a little bit of, you know, like, not hesitation, but like, the process to get approved by the Department of Health and Health and Human Services is extensive. And so to go through the legal work and that type of thing, to draw up the lease documents and whatever, without knowing if I could actually get approved there by the state, you know what I mean? We just didn't want to cross that bridge before we knew if I could get
Yeah.
approval.
yeah,
Makes sense.
So-
Okay, so we're looking for some sort of a lease
yeah.
between you and Dan, and that'll come in as a condition of approval. So
Okay.
you'll have time to get that.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, as soon
Yeah,
as
so
we get back.
basically the permit won't be effective until we have that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So shall we go through our checklist?
I guess we should. I just kind of wonder. We've already approved this building.
Oh, we haven't.
Is there any? We haven't. Yes, we haven't specifically for what she's doing.
Right.
Okay.
'Cause
And
it's the
I had considered what
use.
she's doing is actually a change of use
Change
Yeah.
of use. Yeah.
for that portion of the structure.
Yeah.
So I mean, if someone,
The children are being used as heating fuel.
right,
No, but I would think that
Although-
pile of logs would make a heck of a playground.
I bet there's a way to
Yeah.
harness that energy.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, right up until it crashes and everything shuts off.
All right.
Go through the application complete list.
No, I can't find my checklist.
You need another one?
We're gonna, what, the
I
approval
have it
criteria,
somewhere.
one more time?
No,
No,
here it
we
is,
had it.
the conditional use. We already said this.
So we can go
Are we
through
doing it
mine?
one more time?
Yeah.
You're getting good at it, Mike.
Yep. Just shorten up on a few of these.
Paul
Just give
makes
me-
me read them all.
Just give me a
Correct.
cheap.
You actually are required to
Paul
read
said that.
word for word.
I can
No,
quickly-
Ann will
You're
argue
in
with
the
me on
chair,
that
so
one.
I guess you can make the rules. You can make the rules, Todd, right?
See, every applicant for, well, okay, the planning board may waiver any of the submission requirements upon written request of the applicant. The waiver of submission requirements may be granted only if that information is not required to determine compliance with the approval criteria. In all instances, the burden of proof should be on the applicant to present adequate information to indicate the statutory criteria of approval and performance standards have been or will be met. Every applicant applying for conditional use shall submit to the attention of the planning board at the town office 9 copies of the application, including a plan for the proposed development that will be prepared in accordance with this article and accompanied with the application fees set by the town. When the owner of the property or his authorized agent, his or her authorized agent, makes formal application for conditional use approval, the application shall contain at least the following exhibits and information. So we got 9 copies, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A fully executed and signed copy of the application for conditional use approval.
So that's what's
That's
requiring
10.
evidence of right title and interest, so
Pending,
that's
yeah.
probably incomplete.
Complete.
But we'll make that a condition.
A site plan with the date scale, North Point, drawn in scale sufficient to allow review of the items listed under the approval criteria, but not more than 100 feet to the inch scale of that portion of the total tract of land being proposed for development. When practical, a standard size 24 by 36 inch sheet shall be used for all plans. The plan and application shall show and contain the following: the owner's names and addresses, name of engineer or surveyors, or both preparing the plan. Let's see what we got here.
So you're building an additional fence, is that right?
Yep, I'm just putting fencing up. If there is,
And do we have that shown on something?
Map, I think.
there is a, this is tab 2. I probably see it better on the one that says tab 4. No, that's not true. Don't look at that.
Tax map?
Hold on a second. I want to show, is the building elevation here? See, some of the things, like, because the file already exists, I just thought that we could refer to the, is it here? Did you pull it? The existing, okay. Like the elevation of the building and whatnot, to be able to show where.
Okay, so you've
So
got
this is,
elevations
you
on-
have, what did I call it, P. So P is what, which one, hold on. 9, tab 9. That's the front elevation of the building. Is that right? It should be anyway, I
Yeah,
hope.
that's correct.
Yes.
So the fencing will go from here and then down the side of the building. And then there's a door back here. You can't see it because of the elevation of the back of the building, but there is a door here. So these are my 2 access points. And then, so it'll include that area.
On these site plans right here, is this the new, this is already existing, right? These are old.
This is all of the plans from their original application.
It'd be good to see
That's what it's,
Where the fence is gonna
on
be.
this.
Okay.
You know, where the new portion's going.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay.
You used a wicked good stapler on this.
I did?
Somebody did.
I didn't. Do you want me to show you now, or what do you want me to do?
Well, you'll be coming back,
Okay.
So if you could just add it
Will
to,
she be coming
Well,
back?
but not necessarily, because we were gonna make it a condition of approval.
yeah,
You could just amend the plan as a condition, right?
yeah,
All right, so let me just go like.
okay.
Well, I think we need to know where the fence is gonna be
Yeah,
to approve it.
So you want her to put it on the plan now?
I do.
Oh, you got it? I was trying to pull it out for you here.
It's kind of hard to tell what that is. So what I did here was I drew a line showing, because it's about, you know, a quarter to a fifth of the building, that's the finished office space, and then the rest of this is all garage bays. So none of that is any part of what I'm having. The door to the building is here, and then the fence will come off the building 6 feet, away from the building 6 feet, and then go across the front of the building, and then there'll be off the building down the aisle 4 feet, down the whole side of the building, a 4-foot width. And then it opens up into an open space in the back.
That's how big, how far off the building?
Shoot.
So it's 6 feet up front.
6 feet off the building off
On the
front,
side.
4 feet off the side, and I want to say it's 30 feet.
Towards the back of the property.
Let me just ask Chris real quick. So my husband is a fencer. How far off the building out back? Yeah. I want to say it's 30 feet. There's a very clear distinction of where the ground is flat and then there's a knoll that goes up, and I'm not fencing up the hill. I'm going to back as far as the land is flat and then just fencing that part in.
Will
And
you
I
just
want to say it's 30 feet.
Mark the dimensions on that.
Yep.
And make sure Paul has that for the file.
And the aisle down the side, the 4-foot aisle, that was the recommendation of the fire marshal, which is why we're just completely enclosing both access points. That was what the fire marshal recommended that we do.
Well, fence.
Yeah, luckily I have a fencer.
Right.
Okay, so Paul, I'm gonna give you this after.
Yeah.
We're done talking about everything?
Set it aside, so we'll
Yep.
have it for that.
All right.
Okay.
okay, so we have the owners' names and address of the folks who prepared the plan. That was summarized, see, isn't that good?
Right on the table of contents thing that I did, Dan and Michelle Thibault of 119 Shiloh Road, and the survey and site plan were prepared by Dan Lapointe, and his contact information.
That's on the
Saying that's
application.
complete.
You won't be able to contact them.
Okay, the names and addresses of all the abutting property owners. The applicant shall include the copy of the abutters signed return receipt notice, or submit a signed acknowledged receipt by the abutters.
So this is my letter to waive and some other additional information. So my letter that I'm going to give you right now says, I, Heather Roy, hereby request the planning board waive the need for signatures from abutters regarding my change of use application, if that's what we're calling it. The reason for this request is that after multiple attempts to obtain signatures, property owners were not available. I left notices at the residence and submitted pictures of the notices left at their door to Paul. I have a text message from one of the abutters. Hold on one second. Which one is he? Tyler Thibault. He's Dan and Mickey's son, and he owns the property next to the property that we're talking about. And so I brought that text message with me. And then I had to, one of the abutters lives in Alaska. So here's my proof of mailing to them. And then this is my signature of the Purnett property, and Gail, is that her name? Yep, Gail Mailman. And then the other two that weren't available were the ones that you got those, right? I sent you pictures of the notices at their house.
Okay. So I will move to waive the requirement because it appears that all abutters received actual notice.
Second, go ahead.
All those in favor?
A sketch map showing the general location of the site within the town is required.
Got that. So it's on
We've seen that. Boundaries of contiguous property under control of the owner are applicable regardless, applicant or regardless of whether all in part is being developed at this time.
Do the Tebows own other property?
In the town?
No,
No, okay.
abutting, touching that
Contiguous, yeah.
piece. I think that, I don't think.
No,
they
their
do.
son
Their
does, but they don't.
They don't.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's not applicable.
Okay, zoning classification of the property and the location of the zoning district boundaries. If the property is located in one or more zoning districts or butts a different zone, or any aquifer protection district or resource protection rural district boundaries.
So throw a residential. Do we have an aquifer issue?
No. There's also no wetlands on the property and no resource protection on the property.
Let me my question.
According to the site plan, there are wetlands, but those must be the delineation of the engineer that did this,
Yes,
right?
correct,
So not on our town map,
correct.
right, yeah.
There's a small bit of wetland in between the road and the structure.
Yeah, it looks like it runs right to the.
There's a
is that the
drainage
south
ditch
of the
that goes
property? Yeah.
underneath the driveway and then heads down into a swale that heads off over to the river.
Yeah.
Let's see, the bearings and distances of all property lines of the property to be developed, and the source of this information.
That's on 4.
We have that.
So do you want me to, my answer to that was that the information is currently on file. Please refer to tab 2 for the map. And short of the fenced-in play area, all the business will be conducted internal to the existing structure.
Right.
So I think we have enough to
Yeah, I think we
draw
have
it out,
that.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Location of all building setbacks as required by ordinance.
It's also on this one.
Got that also. Location, dimensions, and ground floor elevations of all existing or proposed buildings on the site.
9, was that what that was?
I put tab 6, but I don't have that, I don't have tabs, so I don't know what is actually behind tab 6.
Carol Merrill. Yeah, I think it's the one on 9 is the elevation of the building. If we're looking for an architectural elevation.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
So that's tab 9.
You've got, under tab 6.
Is that the,
Internet shock, Internet 6 view?
Okay, 6.
That's
Oh.
a ferment, that's the flood map.
Format.
Oh, okay, so when I came in, I had put sea level on Google Maps as like my note to self of what to do. So that was really hard. I don't know. So what I did was I went on like, I don't even know what it was, wherever I got that map from,
It's from FEMA.
to try to show whatever sea level was. I just was like, can it just tell me the number that sea level is? I don't know. Sorry, that might not be the right answer.
I think you can actually get an app for that.
Oh, really? Probably.
I think you can drive up and you can find your elevation above sea level at your house.
Do we need that?
Ground floor elevation.
I thought we decided those meant like architectural elevation.
No,
We decided the opposite.
we're at the opposite.
Alright. I lost that argument.
You did, I think.
I remember that.
I lost a lot of those.
So is it the sea level thing?
Yes.
Okay. Is he going to try to fix my really
He's
bad?
gonna try and blow it up, so maybe we can see it.
Well, you want to come back to that when
Yeah, sure.
Paul blows that
Let's
up?
go on.
The location, dimensions of driveways, parking, and loading areas, and walkways, and existing and proposed.
They are existing, right?
Right. And I put tab 2 because that's the map that I believe shows everything.
Gives you your grading. So it's,
Yeah.
I should have grading for the building.
Is there any proposed expansion of the driveway or anything like, just
No.
just the
No,
fence?
yep,
really?
the fence is the
Use.
only thing, yep, and the use, that's it, that's all I'm doing.
Oh, what you got there?
I've got the flood map that she tried to make a print up. There's T-Bone's garage right there. This is the flood zone in this area.
Are they out of it?
Oh, yeah, they're well out of it.
It's way behind them, right?
So where are we?
That was the,
So that was H, what he just showed, my bad map. So,
The location, dimensions, ground floor elevations, it looks like we have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think. Okay, location, dimensions, driveways, parking, so there are no additional parking spaces or driveways, are you gonna use what's existing?
exactly.
Location of intersecting roads or driveways within 450 feet of the site.
that's on the plan.
On the plan. Except for dwelling units not using a common subsurface disposal system, the location, dimensions of all provisions of water supply and wastewater disposal, including a soil test taken pursuant of the requirements of the Maine State Plumbing Code, and the complete description of the soil conditions, type of subsurface or other wastewater disposal system and draft plumbing permit application. This is not a, see, for dwelling unit using their own individual subsurface disposal system, a preliminary soil test under the Maine State Plumbing Code must be provided. All applicants shall include evidence of a distance of water supply to wastewater disposal system and evidence of volume of water available to satisfy the needs of the proposed use and including fire protection. I saw something in here.
So the HHE 200 says that it has a design flow of 360 gallons a day, and as a commercial structure, it allows for 15 gallons per person per day. So in this particular case, it would be 24 people would be able to occupy that building before it would max out the state plumbing
Or
requirement.
12 children.
Or 12.
That's true. That's the equivalent. Is that double?
I've been kids, you know what I mean?
Right? It's been a wee laugh.
So we good on that? The location of open drainage courses, wetlands, stands of trees, or other natural features with a description of such features to be retained in any new landscaping plan. Any buffer areas required by this ordinance will also be shown on the plan, so. We talked about the drainage.
There's one, the one that's blown up more, I don't
She
know.
had taken this one and applied a series of showing where the trees and various other
Yeah.
screening.
Do we have that one?
Yeah, we do.
Nope.
This one has
What tab is
elevations. Number 4?
Tab
Two.
4.
Tab 2.
2.
Tab 2.
Tab 2.
2 has
Two.
elevations on it. I see where you, yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
the back of the building rises quite a bit. There must be a pump to the leach bed. This is 10 feet higher than the elevation behind.
So no additional landscaping is planned.
So we're
Questions?
good.
No, almost up.
Yeah, it says that an effluent pump may be required.
Maybe.
Well,
So we can figure out how to get water uphill. Noted.
The direction of drainage across the site, both existing and proposed.
Yeah, it's
All talked about the drainage
Probably flowing towards that wetland.
to the, eventually to the
kind of
river.
showing it right along this line here.
Yeah.
Little arrows and.
Okay? Location, dimensions of existing or proposed signs. Do you have a sign saying such and such daycare center, or?
I don't currently, but I didn't want to close that door, so I asked that in the existing sign location at the base of the driveway, no location change is being requested, but that perhaps an additional sign, the same size or smaller, could exist underneath the sign that they have there that advertises the wood business, yeah.
There's some square footage requirements, right?
Yeah.
Do we know how big the current sign is?
I don't know if it's in here. It mentions the signage in her, it's in her original, it mentions the sign, I don't know if it says. It doesn't
You
say the
could make it a
dimensions.
condition that the
Oh, 6 by
combination of
4?
both signs
6 by
don't
4.
exceed the square footage.
6 by 4? They must be counting the granite pillars.
No, that's, I don't know what they're counting, but you could certainly make a condition that the code
That it
enforcement
not
officer
exceed.
makes certain that both signs don't exceed the maximum square footage for signage. And the sign, that the square footage requirement allows the sign to say the same thing on both sides and only account for, as a one-sided sign. If you have a sign that has two different wordings or two different representations on either side, then each side is counted in the square footage, but if it just says the same thing on both sides, only one side counts for the square footage. And I know that the existing sign says the same thing on both sides, so.
Okay.
So make the condition that Paul will,
We'll just make a condition
Pay
that the
attention.
total square footage can't exceed.
see.
Am I marking that as an incomplete or a waived, or what's the right?
I think it's complete. And then she's told us she wants a sign, but we have to make sure we make it a condition of approval.
Location, dimensions of any existing easements or copies of existing covenants or added restrictions.
Okay, so I think I missed, you don't have a tab here, right? This was where I was gonna put the deed in. And had a really hard time. I used to work at a law firm, and so I had access to the Androscoggin Registry of Deeds very easily. And for whatever reason, like at home, it was not working the way that it worked when I was at work. So anyways, but there is the copy of their deed in the existing file. So that, but there's no change. Nothing changes. Nothing's been changed.
Yeah, I mean, I think our understanding is you'll get information from the person who owns the building that describes the relationship with your daycare center.
Right,
The deed isn't gonna change,
Sometimes-
no, so.
right.
Well, but the point is, we need to know whether they're easements or restrictive covenants.
Yeah. Yeah, so we need to see the deed.
Okay, can we, oh, that was when, like, part of me wanting to refer to the original file. Is it something that we can
I
grab?
don't know if I can find it, I'll try.
Okay.
It's not-
Okay, let's come back to this.
I did see it in there when I was making copies of everything, so I know it's there. Just whether or not you can find the file.
Moving right on, location and type of exterior lighting.
Yes, it's on there. It's on the,
What is it?
I think it's tab 9 is the elevation of the building. And it shows where they, it's marked on there where the lights are.
Oh, the little grace.
Yeah, the gray.
Are any of those new?
Nope,
They're all existing.
All
they are.
existing.
Yep,
Okay.
So light by the front door.
there is.
You should-
There's two, see they're like a little bit darker right here.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Up in, yeah.
I didn't do that. Whoever did this the first time did it.
Okay, we're good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quantity, location, storage, and containment of any hazardous materials or petroleum products in excess of 50 gallons. Probably not, huh?
No, definitely not.
Not a good idea.
And the fire marshal made that a condition of approval, was to make sure that there was no hazardous waste on the site.
A utility plan showing in addition to provisions for water supply or wastewater disposal and the location, nature of electrical, telephone, or any other utility services to be installed on the site.
No changes.
No changes.
No.
a planting schedule key to the site plan indicating general varieties and sizes of tree shrubs, but you've already told us you're not going to be planting anything.
Right, yep, no changes to the existing condition.
That'd be NA. Copies of applicable state approvals and permits, including and not limited to any applicable state highway entrance permits provided. However, the board may approve additional uses subject to issuance of specific state approvals or permits where it determines that it's not feasible for the applicant to obtain at the time of the conditional use review. Are there any issues with traffic coming in and out, additional traffic? Cars going back and forth, picking up
I think
kids?
there's probably actually gonna be less traffic than when they had, when it was the oil business. I mean, the amount of times, like the employees, the people who are going in there to pay their bills, and the trucks coming in and out, I think there'll actually be less traffic, but that's my opinion. I mean, I don't know how there is part of the existing application which was already approved. It's behind tab 4, which this doesn't make sense. This means more to you guys than it does to me, but the Maine Department of Transportation standards for minimum site distance, that was already approved the first time around, so. But I included that just because I wanted to make sure that it covered all the bases.
Do you have a license from the state for the daycare at this point, or?
It's pending.
Pending, okay. So we would make that a condition of approval.
Yeah. Depending on our town approval.
Right. Everybody's pending on everybody else.
How many parking places do you have there? When you
The
have-
lines aren't drawn, so how do you want me to determine that?
how many would you expect to have stopping?
I would say no more than 6 people at one given time, 6 cars at one given time. There's definitely way more space than 6 cars.
So the children you'll have there are preschool, pre-work?
No, they're school age.
School age, so I guess what I'm wondering is, on a given day, could 10 parents show up all at once to pick up their kids?
They could.
Yeah.
Given my experience, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Based on the people that I know, children that I'll be caring for, they're staggered. Like, I take care of a couple teachers' kids, so they get out of work earlier than somebody who's working in an office who would get out, at 5 or 5:30. So I don't anticipate having 10 people. It's a possibility, because anything's possible, but given what I know for people that I'll be caring for at this time, I don't anticipate that being the situation.
So you're gonna have parking on the side of the building? or-
It'll be in the front,
In
across
the
the
front.
front, yeah.
There's plenty of room in the front as long as the firewood stays
Yep,
all the way to the left.
right, which it will. I don't know if you've been watching what's been going on since the beginning, but you can tell that he's already clearing out the logs to the right and getting rid of that stuff first, because he knows that I need all that to be gone. And the piles that are new, that have been dropped off, have all been dropped off to the left of the building.
How many did we approve originally?
It's 3 trucks plus the employees' cars,
So,
according to this file. Oh, I just had it.
The parking thing, this was the kicker on on the studio. I used to have a fitness studio, and the parking was, I ended up spending like $5,000 to have a double turnaround driveway made so that the cars could line down, single file, but there was also the double lane for anybody to be able to pull out anytime they needed to.
Yeah.
3 oil trucks. Plus the office. Not much in here.
So I don't know what the board's done in the past. I mean, obviously, at some point, on some days, it'll exceed the original
May exceed
use.
6.
Yeah, yeah.
I can say, just knowing how much space is there, if there should be more than enough room, but
Yeah, I drive by
Really
there a
should
lot. I
be
see the,
laid
yeah,
out.
a lot of space.
really should be thought out.
Yeah, if it was
Sure.
lined, I mean,
Yeah.
there were designated spaces that were lined in front of the building.
Yeah, because you're not going down the side. You know,
Driving down the
you're not
side.
going to be able to.
You
park on
can,
the
you can
side.
actually, you can completely go all the way around the building on pavement. That wasn't my intention.
Yeah, 'cause that's-
Because I don't want people over on the left-hand side of the building at all, so.
Hmm.
But there is, the way that the driveway comes down and you come up to the building and I don't know, cause I'm not good at that, like distance-wise, but there's definitely more than enough room for the cars to be parked, to be able to back out. And then it's probably, John, help me, how wide do you think it is?
Well, the building's 100 feet wide. I think the existing
Does the
width-
plan show how big the driveway is? Does it measure that?
Well, it's gotta be wide enough for 2 trucks to pass each other going
So-
up and down the driveway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking, if it's to scale, if this drawing is to scale, the pavement in the front looks
Mhm.
at least as wide as the building, right? And that's what, 60 feet?
Yeah, it's
pavement.
60 feet wide and then long, 40 feet?
It's a 30-foot wide drive as well, which is,
Significant, yeah. I guess what I'm trying to get a handle on, that if the wood business was moving out and you were simply moving in, but the wood business will still be there and will still be
It's
taking
not
it
operating during daycare hours. The
Okay.
wood business is not operating
shut
during
down
daycare hours.
during
No.
daycare hours, okay.
Yeah, but their machine, the processor will be there.
On the left-hand side of the building.
Yeah, but out front or all the way to the left? As,
My understanding is all the way to the left, but I don't want to speak for Dan, so if that's something that you'd like me to clarify in the lease, or,
I guess, probably should.
how big does a parking space have to be? Does anybody know?
10 by 20? 10 by
I
24?
think it's 9 by 22,
9 wide?
yeah.
So even if it was half of the front of the building, if one you know what I mean? That would give
Yeah.
us what, 50 feet, 9, that gives me 5 across the front if I'm only using half.
Are you gonna have an employee?
No. No. Not unless I get them to give up the whole building once I am doing really awesome, and then I come back again and ask to change the whole
So
building
your,
into.
your state license at 12 kids is allowable for one person?
Yes, as long as they're over the age of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a condition of your, I'm allowed to have mixed ages, but my ratio goes down. So if I have an infant, now I can only care for 8 kids, and only one of them can be under the age of 1. If I'm caring for 2 kids that are 2 to 5 years old, then my ratio is, I believe it's 10 to 1, and only 2 can be under the age of 5, and then 8 can be over the age of 5. But that's all, like if they come and do checks, and if they'll pull your license if your ratio isn't, doesn't meet the requirements.
Do we have anything specific about parking in our ordinance?
One other thing I'd like to add is that the majority of my kids are siblings. Actually, I want to say all of them, but I don't want to speak in error. So one car would likely be picking up at least 2 children.
But that could change over time.
That could, absolutely, yep.
So on page 57, under Article 6, or paragraph 6, is vehicular access and circulation. And talks an awful lot about building a road. On page 59 at the bottom, it starts to talk about parking. Parking, at least one on-site parking space shall be provided for each employee
Number 3, customers.
or other person to be anticipated to be at the site of the proposed use at any one time. Employees of an average of 3 customers per hour would equal 9 required spaces. Parking lots over 10 spaces shall be completely screened from view. Public streets or other public land by a vegetative buffer consistent with the general performance standards of land use ordinance.
So what if we just required that, assuming each kid had one parent, they're still not gonna all be there at once, what if we required she have at least enough room for 7 spaces?
Yeah, that'd work
Can
for
we
me.
do that as a condition?
Yeah.
6
Okay,
plus
good.
itself. That's fine.
Works.
Works?
It works.
Cool.
There's plenty of space. I'm not worried about that.
Schedule the construction, including anticipated beginning and completion dates.
So my answer to that is that the fencing will be installed in the month of August, provided that I'm approved, pending the other stuff that we need to do tonight. And that no children will be present until the fencing is completed. I'm looking to open September 1st. Well, whatever the first day of school is, will be my first day. So I think it's like September 5th this year. That's my plan.
Okay. And accurate and complete cost estimates of development and the time schedule for construction, and sufficient financial information to determine the applicant's financial capacity to meet the air and water pollution control standards and other standards and criteria contained herein. The following submissions include adequate financial capacity, a letter of commitment from financial institution or funding agency, copies of bank statements or other evidence indicating availability of unencumbered funds sufficient to finance the development in conformance herewith, when the developer will personally finance the project.
So I submitted a copy of my credit card statement showing that I have an available balance of $4,500.
Yep.
And the only thing that needs to be done, which is really exciting because, you know, you would think trying to open daycare in this building there would have had to have been changes that the state would have required, but I don't have to do anything at all to the space, which is very exciting, other than the fencing, so.
And what's
And
the
change
fence?
one door, right?
It's not the door, it's
Door
the
closer.
door, they want an automatic door closer on one of the doors.
Sure.
That fire or?
Yeah.
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 And what's the cost of the fencing?
It definitely won't exceed $4,500.
Or her husband will
Again,
be
being
paid.
married to a
Oh,
fencer.
fencer. There we go. Okay, we good? A detailed description of the proposed conditional use, how it will operate, any facts the applicant wishes to bring to the attention of the planning board, including information on financial capacity, neighboring water supplies, design of the project, and other information needed to demonstrate compliance with approval criteria, guidelines, and standards set forth below. The description shall include how the proposed use will meet each of the general applicable performance standards of this land use ordinance. In addition to the application material required, the planning board may require the applicant or others to undertake studies to determine where deemed necessary and desirable to protect the public convenience, safety, health, welfare when considering this application.
Can we just add to the narrative that was submitted some of the details we've been given, including
no employees, 12 children, school year only.
School year only.
And before, so hours, what are your hours gonna be, like 7 a.m.?
7 a.m.
Or whatever time
I don't know what time the bus
bus
picks
picks
up.
the kids up.
Yeah, and then,
And that the wood build business is shut down while you're in operation.
right.
And what hours at the end?
I don't know what time the bus drops off, but I close at 5:30.
Okay. So can we just add that to the, whatever gets saved in the file?
The following supplement, oh wait, the rest of this?
Nope,
No.
doesn't apply.
Can I find that incomplete then? If we add it right now and hand it to Paul, we can
Okay.
call it complete.
We had to go back to, I think Paul was pulling the file for the deed.
No deed in the file.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it in there.
Why don't we just make
Yeah,
it
I
a,
missed it.
why don't we make it a condition of approval that there are no,
That we see the deed.
encumbrances on the property?
There are no what?
Encumbrances?
Okay, let me write what I needed to write first, and then I'll look for it. Hold on.
And if there are, we'll just come back.
Your mouse is like really slow.
Didn't used to
You
be.
need to feed it?
Speed it up. See what we get in the email tomorrow.
Yeah, 1 inch and it goes zoom. Well, yeah.
You wait until you see.
Can
what
I
I've
clarify
done.
one thing about the
Speedy
no
Gonzalez.
employee? If I have to have a substitute caregiver, like if I'm gone, you know, if I'm sick, if I'm on vacation, that type of thing, is that considered an employee?
So why don't you write it as, only one caregiver at a time?
Yeah, one
Okay.
staff member per time, whatever it is, one caregiver, yeah.
I mean, if you want the flexibility to have 2 people there at once, we'll just increase the parking spaces. So if you think you can fit 8 parking spaces and you want the flexibility to have another person with you,
Yeah, you might want to do that.
that may be a
Yeah.
good idea.
Okay.
Don't fence yourself in, so to
Yeah.
speak.
So we'll have no more than 2 caregivers at a time. And so why don't we increase the condition for 8 parking spaces?
Oh, boy. The part of me that has OCD is having a hard time with the. No.
So based on all that we have here,
We don't
Is
have
it
it yet.
complete?
I think we're good.
Wasn't there another one that we were gonna go back to?
There's one that on,
I have them all.
Just the one that-
You need the deed.
But
Yeah.
that was the only one that I had.
I thought there was another one we were going back to.
It was that you want a lease, condition of
Right.
approval pending a lease.
Yeah.
yep,
We backtracked a little to talk about the flood map,
Yeah.
but we found that was complete.
yep.
What about the flood map?
Just that we had kind of backtracked a little while you were going to get the piece
Yeah.
of paper, so I think that was the other one
Yep.
that we kind of went forward in.
And then the sign, does that, I don't know if that
That's
gets,
just gonna be within the ordinance.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll make that a condition.
Yeah.
So do we table this?
so it was the hours, the staff members, and what was it, was there something else you wanted me to add in writing right now?
12 children.
Yeah, my license doesn't allow for that.
2 employees,
Hours of
12 kids,
operation.
school year only.
School year only.
Wood business closed during operation. 8 parking spaces.
Well, we'll make that a condition.
Yeah. Paul pays attention to the sign.
And the sign will be a condition as well.
Okay. So you wanna find the application complete?
Yes. I move to find the application is complete.
Second.
Say, all those in favor?
Now comes the fun part.
But
Okay, wait. exceed 12 children.
You're not done yet, so it's okay.
Parking spaces, 8 parking spaces available, would. Okay,
Just don't
that,
see
I'm
how
gonna add this to this
there's
stack
no
of,
possible
okay.
change. With her-
And the deed was the other thing.
with her leave.
Well, I mean, you'll have noise, you'll have
But,
conditions, fire protection.
yeah. While we approve the building, the state approves her. Her licensing. At least we can breeze through it.
It'll cause noise.
Can't imagine what's gonna change. Undue adverse effect on the scenic beauty of the area.
I don't particularly like children.
Oh, man, that's rough.
My
You're
mother,
gonna recuse yourself from?
my mother ran a daycare.
Ah, wow,
or
trauma.
Still does.
Trauma.
So.
So we just wanna walk through this quickly, or?
Yeah.
What?
And
What are we
again,
doing?
and again, I'm writing down over here.
The
Approval
approval criteria.
criteria.
Oh,
Are we gonna walk through?
It's basically you prove to us you have all the right papers so that we can review the criteria.
Oh.
It's fun stuff. We could do this 2 or 3
We need
times.
to fix this process.
No, we do. This is
I
cumbersome.
can't do this anymore.
This is so much better if it was all.
I agree with you that it's not in here, so I don't know what I was looking at.
So,
We could just shift more of this stuff to Paul.
Yeah.
all in
Can you
favor?
send me the ordinance, the current version of the ordinance, by the way?
What's that?
Can you send me the current version of the ordinance so I can,
I had given everyone a current copy.
no, an electronic copy,
He wants
Oh,
to-
yes, I can do that.
a Word copy.
Actually, if you just, it's,
Oh, hang on. Let me just hack into his email over here.
I have
I'll
them
email
both.
it to you.
Okay. All right, so I move to find that it will not result in undue water or air pollution because children are not likely to cause water or air pollution.
All those in favor?
Did we?
Seconded?
Nobody?
I did.
Yep. Just make it up. Has sufficient water. Do we have a well?
Yes.
Do we have water flow information?
Well,
Yes.
they have enough to
The
cover
state.
360 gallons
This is true.
in
Yeah,
the
we saw
HHE.
that.
All right, so I'll move to find that it has sufficient water supply given the
Second.
flow information that we have.
All those in favor?
I'll also move to find that it will not cause unreasonable soil erosion because no major changes are being made to the site.
Second.
All those in favor?
I'll also move to find that it will not cause highway or public road congestion because the maximum amount of additional cars will be, or car trips will be, what is it, 24? 8 times 4. 36. On an already busy highway, busy road.
Second.
All those in favor?
Are you getting all this, including voting?
I've got some shorthand in here.
That'd be all right.
I'll flesh it out in a minute.
I find that it will provide for adequate sewage disposal, given the HHE whatever that we have.
200.
Second.
I have a cold and I'm like,
I know it.
I'm
All those
losing
in
it.
HHG, whatever.
Adequate fire protection. Do we have a fire pond there? What do we have?
It has been inspected by the fire marshal's office and approved for the use.
Yeah.
Is it sprinkled?
No, it's not required to be.
it's not sprinkled.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
State fire
Okay.
marshal was in there, right? I saw that, yeah.
Well, then I move to find that it's met, given the state fire marshal's approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
I move to find that it will not have an undue adverse effect on scenic and natural beauty and things like that because unless the small children are throwing rocks at birds. Because the only additional change will be the fence.
Climbing on the wood.
Chasing chipmunks out of the wood
Endangered
piles.
Only endangered birds,
I'll second it.
eagles and.
All those in favor?
Oh, this is the fun one that always
Oh,
makes us crazy. Do we have like lot and setbacks that we need to meet? We
The
must.
drawing had the 100-foot setbacks and
Yes, it
stuff delineated on it, and she's in within all of them.
But do we still have 100-foot setbacks with the
Yes.
fence?
Yes, the fence is in the setback area.
Fence is in the setback area?
It's in the area delineated beyond
Outside
the
of the
required setback.
Yeah, by a really long way. It's on the pavement. The fence is like on the existing pavement. Will be. Isn't yet.
This business, it's not a road. It's one of those things. That's good. So commercial and, so what are we in? We're in our residential. So we've got 100-foot setbacks all around. We've got, how tall is the structure?
It's a single-story structure, so it's
It's
less than
less than
24
35
feet.
feet.
Yeah.
Lot coverage is less than 25%. Impervious surfaces are less than 25%. Building envelope, more than 40,000 square feet. This is a permitted, conditional use in this. Okay, so I'm gonna move to find that that's met because it has adequate setbacks, minimum lot coverage, and all the other requirements.
second.
All those in favor?
Minimum setbacks, and you mentioned one other thing before all those other.
Impervious surface.
Impervious surface, lot coverage, and other requirements of the
All
ordinance.
those other things.
All those
Other
other
stuff.
things.
Whatever.
Other stuff.
And did Mike
Stuff,
second that?
Stuff.
Well, it's
Stuff.
things
Yes.
before,
That's a
stuff.
I don't know
technical
whether he
term.
did, but he did.
Stuff is in approval criteria, and
Stuff.
things is in the application.
Yes.
I'll move to find that the applicant shown adequate financial and technical capacity, given the credit card availability and, the minimum expense to complete this
Second.
project.
All those in favor?
I'll move to find that, criteria number 10 does not apply because she's not within 250 feet of any water body.
Second.
All those in favor?
I will move to and find that will not adversely affect the quality or quantity of groundwater given the water flow information that we have.
Second.
All those in favor?
I'll move to find that 12 does not apply because it's not in a flood plain.
Second.
All those in favor?
Move to find this will not have an adverse impact on spawning grounds, fish, aquatic life, bird, and other wildlife habitat.
As long as the kids don't throw.
Unless the kids
As
don't
long
throw
as the
rocks
kids
at
don't throw
birds. Right. Second.
All those in favor?
So I will also move to find that will not cause noise, odor, glare, or vibration to disturb the peaceful enjoyment due to the limitation of hours in the number of children.
Second.
All those in favor?
And I move to find that this will not this will not place an excessive burden because there will not be any additional burden on governmental or educational services.
Second.
All those in favor?
So
do we need to go through the approval criteria as well?
We just,
No, we didn't. We went
no, we
through
done. We
the
kinda-
stupid approval
no.
criteria, and then there's the performance
No, we kinda
standards.
did.
Because we didn't.
We kinda did.
Okay. Can we just hit vehicular access and circulation,
Yeah.
which is not the same?
It might be something that,
So I'm gonna move to find that the requirement for vehicular access and circulation is met, subject to the condition of approval that 8 parking spaces be provided for
Second.
Wait, do I have to write this down
somewhere.
Is it the bottom of this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just write it in at the bottom of the page.
Well, I mean, so technically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 we've already hit. 6 is new until we rewrite this ordinance. We haven't addressed solid waste, have we?
oh, we kinda did. It does have a septic system.
Oh, but that's not solid waste.
That's liquid waste.
Different type of solid.
Semi-solid.
What number criteria?
It's almost 9 o'clock, it's gonna get
Alright.
dangerous.
How did I get from 6
Better
to
wrap
9?
this up.
I think they're poorly numbered.
Son of
You are in rare form tonight, this is
a.
awesome.
Like,
That has ticked her off more than once. This is-
I know.
I'm still
and I'm drugged. Like, it's just. So, number 9, which should be 7, I move to find that. Are you gonna have a dumpster? What are we doing with trash?
I'm just gonna buy trash tags.
Okay.
Like-
So, I'm gonna move to find that given there's only 12 kids, that this will not significantly impact the ability to dispose of solid waste.
There may be a dumpster there already.
Pack the kids' lunch boxes with debris.
Send it home.
Bring them home.
Child gets that from school, drives me nuts.
Little compressor over there.
Should we drop it off at the school? We gotta pay tags if you bring it home.
Every kid must supply one.
No, really though,
tag
there's not a
each.
lot of, I mean, it's like paper towels from cleaning and then like snack trash, which, that's it.
So your plan is just to buy trash tags?
Yeah, I don't
right.
anticipate.
Already know that.
No, no, no.
Did we already address landscaping?
It's shown on the plan.
Did anyone second your motion or vote?
Mike seconded and we all voted in favor of
Yeah,
it.
yes.
Oh.
No, we didn't. Second.
Landscape, so
Vehicular access.
I
Let's
move
change the
to
landscape.
find that,
You could just barely see the building from
Yeah,
the road now, because
Actually, it's quite a buffer there.
the pine trees that have been growing in are really filling out, so.
we have to find that the landscaping is going to be preserved in its natural state, because the only change will be the fencing, which will be installed on concrete, right? On the pavement.
Pavement, yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
I move to find that number 11 is met because there are no significant historical or archaeological resources.
Second.
All those in favor?
We've already addressed natural resources, we've already addressed financial and technical capacity, we've already addressed noise. Odor, I move to find that the lighting criteria is met because there will be no additional lighting.
Second.
All those in favor?
To find
No
that
explosive materials?
the explosive materials provision does not apply, because there will be none.
Second.
All those in favor?
18, the signage will be met with the condition that any sign that goes up must meet, the combined signs, the existing and new signs must meet the criteria. So that would be a condition of approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Can I ask a quick question about that? What if I don't do a sign right away? How does that?
Doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready.
whenever you install it, it just has to meet the criteria.
Okay.
And educational services, I move to find that this proposed use will not impact educational services at all.
Second.
All those in favor?
Are we done?
Yeah, I think Yeah.
We're done.
Stop
Groundwater
flipping pages.
Expansion,
Okay.
groundwater excavation.
So, Mindy, would you mind reading the approval criteria that we've got?
From the top of that first page?
All of them. Yeah, whatever we
Okay.
impose as.
For undue water or air pollution, move to find that no undue air or water pollution will be caused because children don't cause pollution.
No, just the
Conditions.
conditions.
You
that
want
we're
the
gonna put on.
conditions.
Just the
Conditions
of
conditions.
approval. So we've got the.
Hang on, I just gotta
We need
open
the
that
deed,
other-
right?
I could open another document.
I really hope nobody ever appeals any of these findings of fact. 'cause
The
they're gonna get so
conditions
awkward.
are, a lease from the property owner.
Okay.
Paul determining that the signage does not exceed the maximum.
Okay.
Receipt of the state license for childcare facility.
So that's a little tricky though, because they're pending my approval based on your approval. So how does
You'll
that
have the
work?
approval.
So you'll
I
get
don't-
our
yeah.
approval, but you'll just have
It's
to
just a condition.
Submit my license after, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
enough space for 8 parking spaces,
Okay. Was there anything else?
and that there are no encumbrances on the property.
Oh yeah.
That's related to the deed.
All right, so I'm gonna move to approve the permit, subject to the conditions that the applicant show sufficient right, title, and interest, likely a lease, that any signs constructed do not exceed the requirements in our ordinance, that the applicant obtain a state license, that the applicant provide for a minimum of 8 parking spaces, and that the applicant demonstrate to the code officer that there are no encumbrances on the property.
Second.
All those in favor? All there?
Yay.
You got it.
Yay! In time to advertise before school starts. Thank you so much. I was like, oh, I'd like to do this. I changed my mind. Like, be one of you. So thank you for being here and doing this because
You sure we can't talk about that? If I'd have known you were gonna bail on that idea, I might have made it more.
Less painful.
is it always like this though?
Yes.
Like every week? Really?
Well, once a month.
Once a
One-
month.
once
Oh,
every week.
Every week, no.
Okay. Once a month I could do. I could do once a month.
First Wednesday. We'll see you next
right.
August.
All right, so this was all of my originals. Can I have this stuff back, or do
No,
you
you and I need to go through it and make
Okay,
sure that
so
I
I'll
have.
put this stuff in here.
Yep.
Really, what's the most important to me is I don't have copies of what the fire marshal, that stuff is. Can I have that back? No?
Tomorrow.
Okay,
We can sit down and go through the file, and I just need to make sure
Okay.
that I have a copy of everything in
Okay.
the file.
Okay.
And you can have back all the rest of it.
Okay,
so.
okay.
I don't want to keep it, I just want to make sure we have what we need.
No. Just to meet
Talk to
with,
Paul.
just to figure out the file.
Okay, we were talking about August.
Paul's trying to recruit her to our band of merry
Oh,
men.
okay. Yeah, so she's gonna sign up, okay.
Okay, so I'm good, I can go?
You good?
Thank you so much, thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night, I appreciate it. If you have any kids who need before and after care, no, I'm just kidding. I'm already full before I even open, so, thank you.
Night.
Okay,
Minutes?
you wanna do minutes
Seconds.
first? Let's go through the minutes for last month's. Anybody see any, glaring swear words or anything like that?
By Vice Chairman Torregrossa.
Our decision on Pinkham Brook LLC was upheld.
By the Board of Appeals.
Is it getting appealed again?
I don't think so.
Haven't heard.
I would be surprised. I mean, there's still time, they could, I don't know, but I didn't, the indication I got when they left was not likely.
Will you send me the decision on that?
What's that?
Will you send me the board's decision on that? I'd like to read that.
Anybody see anything on the minutes? We're all set with the minutes. And get a,
Just one typo.
Word outs.
Page 3, D. Shall not be permitted.
Shall not be, you're right.
We have the ordinance workshop.
minutes?
No, the first session in the ordinance. Did you guys meet on that? Did anyone meet on
Yep.
Yeah.
that? Cool.
You didn't join us.
No.
Oh. Lots of fun was had by all.
Oh, yeah.
I was at school board that night.
Yeah, lots of fun was
Gosh,
had by all.
I think we all showed up and we're like, is this really happening? Like,
Yeah, nobody was here.
People are late. People
That's right.
forgot. And
Is there another one scheduled?
Yeah.
yes,
There
it's
is.
Yeah, when is that?
it's the following.
Wait,
Monday.
maybe we should just vote on the minutes.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I just saw that in here. Oh.
We digress.
Yeah,
Motion to
Make a
approve these
motion.
minutes with that one
As
typo
amended.
and as amended.
second it. All those in favor?
Alright, so when is the workshop meeting?
Got it right here.
It's not next Monday, but the Monday after, I believe.
18th.
At
6:30.
6:30.
Jill, are we still okay to do that here?
What?
Land use ordinance?
That's,
Well,
well,
It's not advertised, right?
Appeals.
Did anyone else join besides? No.
just us.
We're doing 6 or 6:30?
We said 6:30. I don't know. We can change that.
okay, are you guys gonna want another,
That's on the
a month
18th,
to
right?
review the,
Yeah.
general performance standards that I typed for you? With motions, they're in your packet.
18th.
Oh, I see, right here.
Or do you wanna,
No,
there's
we
like
could
10
go-
or 11 pages of them, so maybe.
You could do it at home and then just submit any changes if you see any that are necessary, and we can sign it next month.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so then,
It's on
we'll
Dorian's.
defer them till next month,
Yeah.
and you can submit changes to me, so they'll be ready to go next month. Send me an email.
You can get in now now?
Only
Maybe?
if you use DurhamMaine.com.
Uh-huh.
Secretary at DurhamMaine.com. The other box is no longer valid. So be sure.
So we've got, maybe I just don't have everything. So do we have this for the approval criteria? No?
What are you talking about?
So we've got two different sections of the ordinance that we have to go through every time, right? We've got,
Yeah.
do I just not have it?
Approval standards were in the, no, the,
General
meeting
performance,
minutes, right?
pages 56 and 65 is what I did.
So we should have starting on page 52. No, starting on page 54.
conditional use
the
criteria.
approval criteria, and then the conditional use performance standards. We should have
And another
findings
document.
on all of those. And ideally, we'd fix the ordinance so they're the same. But I think we need findings on that, on those approval criteria. And I don't think we have
For
those
the meeting minutes.
for,
The Dory Thurston.
yeah.
Starts out with air, so.
I had the approval criteria that I just wrote, because I believe Mike was reading and Todd was writing on the approval criteria.
We'll just checklist them.
And I kept a copy. I don't know whether you got to it or not.
As long as we have a copy in the file.
And
Do we really
for
need-
the application checklist, I kept it along with Mindy, and I know she has it.
What do I have?
Dory Holman Thurston's.
Is that the one I gave to you?
No, you didn't give me one last month.
This was in, yeah.
Dory Thurston.
Did I give it? I have a document that you need, is what you're saying to me.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah, 'cause I didn't get it, no.
Pretty sure I wasn't allowed to leave until I handed everything over.
No, that's a prior.
I'm still trying to catch up from what we were just blasting through.
Yeah. I'll take a look too. As I recall, you might have given it to me. I'll look for it. It's probably right there. Why don't we move on?
After my dog eating it, I'm
And
not
you were talking
bringing
about
them
your dog
home.
eating it.
I'm not taking anything home with me because I don't want my dog to eat
I
it.
left before you people did last month, if you stayed.
Did I give it to
Yeah.
you or did I give it to Paul?
I think you did. I'll look in this. when we're
Throw
done.
me under the bus.
I kind of feel like I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I left before you guys did.
You are like
because
so disarming when you do that. Paul. It's like, you know, I mean, I know I'm bleeding. I'm not sure where you stabbed me at.
But I know I didn't take it home because my dog eats them.
That is accurate.
All right, so we're gonna put off the Dory approval stuff till next time,
Yeah,
right?
it's late
Yeah.
enough.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm gonna move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Okay, we're all
Who
set.
seconded that, Mike?
Mike?
Yes.
John.
Anybody that doesn't agree with the adjournment is off.
I did.
Mike beat me to it. It was halfway out of my mouth.
It was tough.
Well, you had some other business? Did you have
No.
other business? You're on here?
Not really, not anymore evidently.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's just the stuff about
I don't know what's
Tinker
going on
Brook being
anymore.
upheld.
I have a different email address, so I'll send that to you guys.
Yeah.
Which is my home.
Good?
Okay.
I need a little advice,
Okay.
not legal advice from the Legal Advisory Committee.
Okay.
Is he,
As long as it's not legal advice.
Approval card.
Are we recording?
She fell asleep.
Sleep in there?
Our
Everybody
meeting
watching?
was so riveting.
Everybody watching this?
Everybody was low key tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nobody got
John
one
was
up.
quiet.
I had to be quiet.
Had to be quiet.
So I got someone that had pulled a building permit for an accessory apartment in 2011 without planning board approval in a subdivision.
Huh.
Didn't complete the job,
Okay.
so the permit's expired.
Yeah, yeah.
In other words, they've been abandoned. I mean, expired a long time ago.
Yeah.
Trying to sell the house, and the real estate agent is trying to say that they should be able to finish the apartment. The homeowner is trying to say they should be able to finish the apartment. I went through the ordinance of record at the time.
What
And a conditional use in a subdivision needs to come before a subdivision amendment, according to the ordinance, and the accessory apartment has to come before the planning board.
But
So,
Feeney issued the permit.
yeah, and it even says on it accessory apartment, on the permit paperwork.
Oh, God, of course it does.
Really?
Yeah.
So the issue you're gonna run into, and this is not legal advice, of course, is sort of an estoppel
Well, he never completed
issue,
the,
but he never completed it.
so even under our own ordinance, he didn't complete the necessary requirements to actually utilize the accessory apartment, and that would have expired even if he had approval within 3 years.
So he wants a building permit to finish it?
Well, one, the building permit, but also he wants a conditional use
That's not even-
permit.
Checklist.
I don't even
You
think I
can't
did
issue
that.
a conditional
No,
use
that's mine.
permit. What does he want, like a non-enforcement
Is that
letter?
what she wanted, or does she want the
No,
approval
no,
criteria?
he actually wanted to know about coming
I don't
before the
even-
board
can I do
for
that?
conditional use, and I said, you better look at the ordinance under subdivision,
I
because you
really
have
was
to come
like,
before
I'm
the board
not-
with the subdivision
I
amendment.
can't
This is not a
walk out
conditional
of here
use
with
amendment.
another document.
At that point, I got some expletives and something about my lawyer, click, thank you.
I mean, when I told her my dog ate it, the look on her face.
Yeah.
I just,
And it's a totally true
Ghost of
story.
Dan Feeney haunts me daily here.
Welcome to every good code officer story ever.
It's wearing me out, actually. So anyway, I was hoping you would
Awesome.
Just write Thurston on it.
do me
no
the
matter
favor.
what that's
It's whatever.
This was someone, I put this in the file, this was someone that was gonna buy the property, and I issued him this letter stating, as best I could, all the reasons why he could not.
No, and.
Honestly, I would not put stuff in writing like this. Did you already issue this?
Well, I sent it to the buyer that abandoned the sale. I didn't give it to him, to the owner yet. It's just quotes from the ordinance, a record at the time. You think that's a bad idea?
I would not do anything unless you have, did someone submit a building permit?
No.
I would not give any advisory opinions at all. At all. At least not, especially not in writing. If they applied for a permit, you can issue your denial and give the reasons for the denial. But I wouldn't do stuff like this. It's just asking, it's just giving them ammunition down the road.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know you're trying to be helpful and that's a really good thing. But no good deed goes unpunished.
I know. I know, they're telling me nowadays don't sign plans.
Sign plans.
Submitted plans for permit.
Why are you signing plans?
Well, because usually it's always been the case, when you issue plans of the permit application, those plans are stamped, received, and they become part of the record.
You.
So now they're saying don't sign.
This. I
there's
would
something
like
in
the
error.
ruler.
Right. You've just signed off on it.
There we go.
Right?
I've been on the other side of that, right?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
How you doing? You didn't get down to the bridge yesterday, did you?
No, I didn't. I actually haven't been there at all.
Really?
No?
Yeah.
I figured I'm gonna go there soon enough.
Need to go lay your mark, lay some rubber as you go.
I figured I got plenty of travels across it, so.
So, did you graduate this year, or you still?
I'm got a year left.
You've got a year left, so
Yeah.
cool. Were you able to get an application filled out?
Yeah.
Okay, Ruth has it, or somebody has it. Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, you do have the application.
Yeah, Ruth's gonna make a copy of it.
Okay. Okay, good.
Sorry to hold you up.
Well, we still got 1 minute,
That's right, we're right on time still.
and we've got three selectmen here.
Oh, do we? Good.
With Mark.
Yeah, I saw Mark, that's right. But what'd they drop you here, and then they left, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're stuck.
I have a phone,
Yeah, there you go.
and I have friends down on Patriot too, so.
Yep. Good deal.
Bring something to drink. I picked the corn out of my teeth still. I swallowed.
What, you mean you get to have dinner before you come?
Well, only because my wife was home all day, so she
no, I
had
hear you.
ready ahead of time.
I
so.
usually hit the drive-through, but I got a big enough lunch that I can invite me over, so.
Well, she don't work in Hammond anymore, so she works for Beans now, so she has certain days she works, certain days she don't.
Yes, please. Thank you. And can you just ask, was Jill going to be here to just mark the start, and then we'll call her back in when we're done? I think she wanted to do that.
Well, they had a good turnout for the bridge anyways.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, nice turnout.
It surprised the DOT, because they had asked Lisbon how many to expect, and I think Lisbon said 50. They'd asked me, I said, 400. I knew it was a big event, and especially with Walter doing it.
Yeah, that was all getting around pretty good. Well, yesterday was my first day back from vacation, so well, unless I really have to, I think I'll stay here.
All right.
My wife says, how long is it gonna be tonight?
I have
My
no
sister's
idea.
here from Nebraska. I said, well, if it's a short agenda, it'll probably be midnight.
Just heard somebody open the door too, so
Little white car, is that Sarah?
probably. So we'll give her a second.
Here's the original.
Hey, Sarah.
All right, I'm late, gentlemen.
I guess I'll call a meeting to order at 6:02. Is that Mike?
Yes it is.
Okay, I'll wait, so we have everybody here.
Do you know if Shannon Brown's gonna be here tonight?
No.
She might wanna sit in on it too, but.
No, you
She
don't. No,
has,
she's
she
not.
has commitments with her other job.
Gotcha.
Nobody,
To go in and do the executive session in and out. You would like that. Okay. Ruffles, here.
actually,
Stay right there.
if you want to just leave the other door open for just a second until we,
Thank you.
Howdy.
Thank you.
okay, so,
Go, I got held up at
Oh,
work.
wow.
It was a
It
good
went
thing you
well.
volunteered to do it, because I didn't get out of the courthouse till 2 o'clock.
Oh, it went well.
I'll call the meeting to order at 6:03. And I move that we go into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056A, personnel interviews.
6:03 or 4?
I guess it might be 6:04 by now.
And who seconds?
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you. We'll call you back when we're,
Ruffles, come.
so,
Can we get you to sit up at this table?
all right, so this is, let's see, you're applying for the assistant position, assistant PIT position that we put out. Guess the first question I would have is, why are you interested?
I have a hobby with computers and electronics, so it kind of flows along with that.
I used to work at RSU 5, and as I would be sitting there at the end of the day, quite often Alden would come down and try to pick my brain. Sometimes he would try to get me to talk him into, tell him how to do things that I was not going to tell him how to do, but he definitely has an interest in technology and computers.
Do you have any experience with operating video cameras and?
Yeah, I have an arrangement of cameras myself there, from low end to high end, that I use regularly. So.
What types of things have you taken pictures of or run video of, I should say?
I've
That's what I
done
meant.
videos. Most of my video, I have a tripod that I currently lost one of the pieces to, which made me mad, but I have a Handycam, like a full-size 70x zoom Handycam that I do a lot of wildlife with.
Nice. And what do you edit with right now, for the most part?
Movie Maker, because I'm too cheap to buy any of the expensive stuff.
Sure. Yeah, Movie Maker's free, and it's pretty.
What do we have for
We,
software?
I'm not sure exactly, and I think there's something that comes with the Vibit, and I don't think there's really a ton of editing involved.
Most of what she does, I think, is inserts
Reference points.
reference points and stuff. But as far as the meetings, we don't. In fact, we don't want to edit the meetings.
Right.
That's it. They're supposed to be as is. So right.
So for the most part, you would understand most of the.
I would pick up on it easily. 'Cause,
Right, most of it's just indexing, I believe.
yeah.
Most of your time would probably be evenings. You're okay with that because
Yeah.
most of the meetings around here are evenings.
Yeah.
We do understand there are, where you're not 18 yet, there are some rules in effect. During the summer, it's less, but when you go back to school,
Yeah.
we
When it's-
need to make sure you're out by a certain time. And
Do we anticipate most of these hours would be used up before he goes back to school, or?
I don't have a real sense of how much time.
So it's 100 hours. She says she's been doing 2 to 3 meetings a week some of the time, and say probably an average of 2 to 3 hours
Right.
a week.
So probably at
hours
least
a week.
initially somewhere around 6 to 8 hours a week.
Well, by October, I'll be 18 in October, so
Right.
by that would be almost.
So we're only looking at a month or a month and a half or so
Yeah,
of
of that
Yeah.
rule set.
and, the only thing I could see as far as that goes that could back us up against something is if we had a meeting that you were doing that ran late, and so we'd have to have some. If we were to hire you, we'd have to have some sort of plan if that happened. But I think it's 10:30. So
Right, because people have summer jobs like waiting tables and stuff, and
well, that summer I think it's 12:30.
right,
But
so-
it's only during school days that there's a little bit more restricted.
If you wound up staying late, I mean, like I said, I could always get you a ride home if we had to, so I go right by there.
No, I'm talking, we're restricted.
As to how long we
The
can keep it.
Department of Labor.
So even if he was 18, if he was
No,
in school?
once he's 18,
Working up at night.
those rules don't apply anymore.
Right.
Or if you were a farm, they wouldn't apply anymore.
That's true.
True.
Different.
I don't think we could get reclassified.
The Durham farm.
Well, my cousin works on a farm, and he, especially right now, he's working
Oh, sure.
5 in the morning till like 9.
Right.
I think I actually have I don't think it's gonna, I don't think it'll be an issue.
My boy's 16, and he's working Obershawns. He's working 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week right now.
So the basic gist of the position would be obviously recording meetings, and then they try to get them available on the website as quickly as possible. We upload them to a service called Vibit that makes them available, streamable from the website.
Right, the only sort of step in between, I say only, but I would anticipate it's time consuming, is indexing them by topic so that if somebody wants to go in and just read about the road project or what have you, they can go through the.
Right. If you look at like our agenda, you know,
Yeah.
those might all be different index points in the video.
So it's 10:15 is the cutoff on a school day.
Right, and other than budget season, we don't really ever,
I think we should cap it. We set a limit
yeah.
for our meetings from now on, no more over this. What do you think? So nothing past 6:45. There we go. Second.
Start at 6:30, done by 6:45, all right.
Any other questions at this point?
No, no.
October 30th.
My grandmother's actually Halloween, so she's the day right after.
I'm October 30th too, so.
Nice.
Swamp Road, I got a lot of relatives down there.
So obviously, we're looking, if, you know, if we're gonna hire somebody for this position, we need to know that you're in it for the duration of the position.
Yeah,
You're, you know, we can trust you with the video equipment back there and all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
the only reason I would leave at this point, especially in the school year, is if like I go to Maine Regional 10. If my auto tech instructor like said, "Oh, VIP needs guys like you," then I would go into the field that I need to stay in.
Yeah.
So I can get my foot in, but that would
And
be
that's
the only
not till
reason.
fall anyway.
Yeah,
so
that would be the only reason.
I would
Right,
almost
and we've-
anticipate that the hours will be used up by
I was
then
gonna say, and
anyway.
we've only got a certain number of hours in the budget, so.
That's it,
you
too.
know,
It's a
that's
temporary
the flip side,
position.
is we can't promise you indefinite.
Well, yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
Not really.
All right, I think we're all set right now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alden.
All
We'll
right.
be in touch.
Have a good day. You're all set to get a ride again? They're gonna come back and get you?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, just so you know, there has been one other person that's expressed interest. They have not turned in a application yet. So,
Did we have a deadline for applications?
I don't believe we had a deadline. I believe this one is basically kind of until filled.
Yep.
I don't know what your desire is. One thing that Ruth actually asked me in an email is, would we want to turn this over to Ruth and Shannon to basically do the interviewing and determine, but.
I'd be fine. I mean, Shannon's the one that's got to gauge.
Right, I think it's
Right.
gotta be somebody that Shannon can work with and feel
Yeah.
comfortable with, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to let them handle it.
Okay, so right now, we're good. We can bring that up. If we're interested in turning it over to Ruth and Shannon to do the hiring, to determine the hiring, we can bring that up as an action and discussion today.
Okay.
I'll call Jill back in.
He's young, but, you know, I didn't know, I didn't realize we had other people expressing interest, and,
Yeah, I thought he was the only one.
yeah, and, you know, I know that, I think he'd be capable of doing what's needed.
You
so.
know him?
I know him a little bit.
And it's always nice to give local kids a chance to.
Right.
Yeah.
We are out at 6:14.
Yeah.
No action taken. I move we go into recess until 6:30.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries.
Okay, so I don't need that no more.
No, we can turn these back in for now.
I meant video, not. I didn't say that. Did I say anything?
No, you just looked and laughed.
I was trying to get the right one out first, but before I
Yeah,
sat
it
there and
does
looked
that before.
yeah, I had to get it out.
Well, pictures be taken anyways.
Yeah.
What, was Lisbon very well represented there yesterday, the town? Yeah, I didn't think so. You kind of counted for both, but there were like two counselors and
I didn't see him. Where was the other counselor?
Roger pointed over somewhere and said one of our younger ones is over there and something, and I don't know, was the town manager even there?
Yep, town manager was
Okay.
there.
I don't know I don't know her. So.
Finding out the
Ted Talbot was poking fun. He says, I guarantee you this is the biggest thing that's going on in Lisbon today.
Today, yeah. This week, in the last 2 days, no.
He says,
He says, I guarantee you, the only thing they were talking about at the Moxie Festival was this bridge.
I know, I doubt that either.
At least three of us are better represented in Durham than.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and I was supposed to get out of court at 11, and when I got there, the clerk was like, "Oh, the judge
It
added
was
another thing."
quarter of one, and I ripped off the phone, I looked at called my boss, I said, you going to that? He says, yeah. He says, you going? I said, I don't know. He said, yeah, you probably should. I said, okay. He goes, good, I'll write you up for not working once you
I
get
was
down there.
thinking later that I should have mentioned some of the great businesses in Durham, too.
Well, since he
but-
volunteered to speak, I said, no need.
Well,
Yeah.
typically,
My
it
first
is,
day back to
it
work.
is
Of us
Durham
going
people
over there.
going over there.
Right, right.
But it's also a shortcut for them to go to Freeport.
I was gonna say, Walter Parker, though, does commute every day to come over here
Oh,
to
yeah.
patronize one of these businesses.
He probably is one of the higher users of the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, because he shows up at the Durham store every day.
right.
Well,
He's
we
got
went
his
over the other
routine.
day because the kids were quite taken with the tearing down of the old mill building.
Yeah,
Neat.
that's,
They've been,
So,
so we went and watched that for a little while, sort of like, watching
So,
paint dry, but they thought it was pretty cool.
my neighbor asked one of the Wyman Simpsons people how they're gonna take down the old bridge and so on. And one of the, I guess apparently, they're gonna take off the decking and the sidewalks and stuff, the heavy pieces first. And then it sounds, if they're gonna try to do kind of like a slide thing where they take off portions and slide it over type thing or something like that. But it could be done before November unless they decide to go take the crews and work on another project and save this for the winter.
Oh, that's what I
What
want
are
to
they
do, work
gonna
on
do
a
in
steel
that space where they're
structure in the
taking down the
winter.
mill? What's gonna happen in that space where they're
I
taking down
have
the
no
mill?
idea.
They're going about it in a very, I dare say, delicate fashion
Well-
instead of just imploding it.
I heard they tried to.
well, you got an idea over there?
Oh, is this cracking you up that?
I'm just reading these. You read these yet? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it. Some of them pretty silly, really.
Yeah, paintbrushes were stored in the second store
Yeah.
freezer with food items. I mean, really? I mean,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
an
yeah.
old painter's trick. It does work, but
It does work.
it's an
It's one thing
antique
to do it
thing.
at your house, but
but
it's
we don't have
another
no
thing to
we don't have any lockout, tag out. That's a big violation. No eye wash.